Hello again, Guardians. Before we begin this video, every single week I like to do a giveaway for my subscribers out there in the Destiny community of 1,000 silver or a Destiny emblem from the Bungie.net store. If you want to enter in for that, all you have to do is be subscribed, like this video, and leave a comment down below. I'm also giving away 3 copies of Destiny 2, so if that may interest you, there's a link in the description that you can click on and learn how to win that. But otherwise, the details are on the screen now. Pause the video, read the instructions over again, and enter in for the giveaways. Let's begin the video. Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 video. Today's video is detailing the beta launching tomorrow on PlayStation 4 Early Access and later on this week on Xbox. Now, those betas are going to launch at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. UK time. So that gives you a general idea of where you live in the world. If you live in those time zones or outside of those time zones or close to one of those time zones, that's when the beta launches. Bungie is releasing the servers at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. UK time. Again, to give you guys a general idea of when the beta launches tomorrow, July 18th on a Tuesday. Now, to get into this video, we are detailing the information on the Destiny 2 beta, how large it is compared to Destiny 1. It's actually very small in comparison. Destiny 1's beta was comprehensively huge compared to Destiny 2's beta. And I'm going to give you the reasons why on a silver platter, let you digest those and understand the true concepts of what Bungie is actually thinking right now and why they decided to make a smaller beta. So, the facts here. First, I have to give you an understanding of what a beta truly is for. It's not meant for players to jump in and play the entire game before they buy it. No, it's not meant for that. It's never been meant for that. It did feel kind of like that for the Destiny 1 beta, but that was because Bungie didn't understand what was going on. Remember, Bungie was famous for Halo. It was not a massive multiplayer online game. The studio development team never worked on a game this large. And with that, didn't work on a game that was designed for millions of players on the same server. So, they wanted to work out the problems and the kinks. They wanted to work out the glitches. So they allowed you to stress test the servers and a lot of the activities in the game prior to the launch of Destiny 1. So, they allowed you to play multiple missions. They allowed you to level up grind from level 1 to, I believe, level 12. They allowed you to loot the system with engrams and actually go to the tower at any time and decrypt those engrams to Master Raoul. That allowed a lot of Guardians to test out a lot of weapons before the game ever came out. And Bungie doesn't want to do that again. Then, they allowed people to dismantle engrams into exotics. A lot of people got to play with a lot of the exotics. The weapons that were supposed to be endgame, they were able to play with them at level 5. At level 10, at level 12. So that was something that Bungie did because they didn't understand the systems and they wanted to make sure everything worked for every player on the server with thousands of people playing on the exact same instance. So they also allowed you to stress test the tower. They stress test how many people could actually be housed in the tower at the exact same time. They allowed you to stress test the patrol zones. They allowed you to explore the moon and Earth. The Cosmodrome and the Moon were large social spaces in the patrol zones that you were able to explore, and there was a lot of stuff there in the beta. And they don't want to do that for Destiny 2. You want to know why? The reason is Bungie's a lot more confident with their product now and how to code the game, and they understand how to code the game to make it work. They understand the engram system. They've worked out all the problems from vanilla Destiny up until now. All they have to do is import that coding system for the engrams over to Destiny 2. And they have to implement the new weapons and armor. That's it. That's all they have to do. So they understand that system. So they're not going to allow us to test out that system. They will allow us to get rewards and weapons for us to test out, but that's it. We're not going to get engram drops from random enemies that we kill. We're not going to get random engrams from the reward screens out of the Crucible. We're only going to get weapons and armor that we can test out. Alongside this, we're only testing out one story mission this time and one strike. Why? Because they already understand how their strikes work and how their story missions work. They just want to give us a general idea of how the story missions are going to work now in Destiny 2. More cutscenes, and it's supposed to feel more alive. That's the only reason they're allowing us to play the story. And on top of that, they're only allowing us to play the strike because they wanted to allow us to test out one strike that they're developing, because that strike has 3 tiers in the boss fight, and they wanted to test out how large strikes are now, and allow the players to get an understanding of how the strikes actually play out. Remember, the strikes last about 20 to 25 minutes now, so with any new player jumping into the strike, it's going to take a long time, and that's pretty awesome. But they wanted the players to get a feel for that. They also wanted to get a little bit of information from the players on whether or not there's glitches in those areas. That way, they can work out more problems with Destiny 2 before the full launch in September 6th. Then, one final thing. They want to test stress the farm. The farm is being launched for 1 hour only because they don't want to give the players enough time to explore that area and figure out everything with that one social space. They want it so they can figure out whether or not 26 players can actually fit in that social space at any given time. So, that's actually a good thing. Why? Well, let's recap really quick. They're more confident. That is the simple answer. Bungie is more confident as a developing studio to understand from vanilla Destiny up until now to Destiny 2. They understand how to code their game. They understand the glitches. They understand the problems. They understood the problems from Destiny 1, and they don't want to make the same mistakes in Destiny 2, and they already corrected all of that. They already fixed all of that. So Destiny 2 is pretty much already ready. They just have to test out the servers. That is the true meaning behind the beta. The true meaning behind any beta from any gaming company and developer. They just want to test out the servers. They want to make sure that players are going to have a good time and a full game, a complete game on launch. That's it. It's not for the players to play the game early. It's not for the players to play the game early and understand every concept and mechanic in the game before the launch of the game, because that would be boring. You already understand everything about the game. Why would you even want to buy it? That's not the point. The point is that Bungie is prepared to release a full game that every player out there is going to enjoy. A full story. No glitches, no problems, a good looting system. And they're very confident that they've already got that. And that's why they decided to make Destiny 2's beta so much smaller than Destiny 1's beta. Because they're ready. They're more skilled now. They're more knowledgeable about the problems in the past, and they're not going to repeat the mistakes. That shows me that Bungie is prepared. And that also shows me why I should really be excited for Destiny 2. Why? Because it's going to be a really awesome game. It's going to be complete. It's going to have a good story. And that is incredible. Thank you, Guardians, so much for watching this video and taking the time to listen to my rant about Destiny 2's beta and why it's so much smaller than Destiny 1. Again, this has been Violent Privilege, VPG. I hope you all enjoyed. Huge shout out to my patrons out there that support the channel every single month on Patreon. If you want to become a patron of the channel, all you have to do is simply check the link in the description. And as always, perfect time to like this video if you enjoyed it and share it with your fellow Guardians. And subscribe to the channel if you're new today for future Destiny 2 information, as I will be covering all news about this franchise in the future, since I am a Destiny channel. And I will also be covering other information and topics for games that I enjoy simply because I just love them. But if that's something that you're interested in, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell next to it to turn on notifications when I go live or I upload a new video. And again, stay violent, be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there is the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.